I I think putting the Witch Doctor and Centaur together against the melee hero is just like too good to pass up. Like Witch Doctor counters melee heroes so well, and you have like the Maldic plus double edge. That's just insane. Like, please put the DK mid and not in position 4. I beg you. I don't want to see D2 Huspers throw another game like they did to Argon with this one.
All right, there's the Lion. You get your wish,
Yeah.
Neff. You got your wish. 1437's Lion has popped off this tournament, though. He has absolutely crushed it on this hero.
You think he'll be on the Lion and not the Witch Doctor?
Yeah, he's been playing the Lion almost every time. It's Papatu, or no, I'm sorry, not Papatu. It's Pendago who's been playing the Witch Doctor for them.
Do you guys think this is a 4-position Grimstroke, 5 position? Because something I noticed is normally Pecado Squad Gaming take the 5 position on their Phantom Assassin pick here. And instead they chose to go for this PA. But obviously you see these bans, they're Sensibility Focus, Bane, Undying, Disruptor. I'm not sure how many heroes Sensibility's got left. I mean, I don't know if he plays Grimstroke. Maybe he does. But I'm really curious to see what they'll choose for the 5 position here.
Bane can't be good enough here. There's way too many stuns to interrupt a Fiend's Grip. Every hero's got a stun here. Some of these heroes have multiple stuns.
Well, they got a band. They got the Bane band. They gave Sensibility the respect. They got the Bane, the Undying, the Disruptor.
I'm just looking at myself with my cowboy hat right now, and I'm paying attention to these bands. Got the old Canadian tux, and damn, do I look good?
If I was wearing your cowboy hat, I'd be doing the same thing. Exactly, I'm with you.
Drafting worth analyzing.
One thing to note, though, that's a little strange. Pecado Squad Gaming is running with a stand-in, right? WDR is not here. And
yeah,
so, one thing D2 Hustlers maybe didn't make the adaptation to is they banned the Nyx first phase, because that's WDR's hero, but WDR just isn't here. So I feel like that's a little bit of a wasted respect ban. But they do get sensibilities, you know, his Undying, Bane, and Disruptor. His Lich still in the pool, though. And they go with Darkseer, which this was something they ran actually pretty recently, and it was pretty successful for Duffy.
Mm-hmm. I'm not crazy about Darkseer here. Could be good against the Dragon Knight. I think it's very good against specific heroes. Like if you're playing against a Luna, being able to back wall her, you just win the team fight. Here, not so sure. You don't yes, you could run at people with the Grimstroke and the Darkseer together, but you need a different frontliner here. Who do you think they have in mind for their last pick? Earth Spirit would have been pretty good. Clockwork?
I mean, we're looking at a 4 that can play with the Darkseer, right? So heroes.
I think it's got to be 4 Grimstroke. I think this hero has more synergy with Darkseer than most of the other 4s you're gonna get, and this safe lane with PA probably needs a real 5, because PA doesn't really want to play with Grimstroke. You have the meme combo where you can put the E on the PA and she can blink in, but you don't really have enough damage to actually kill people, I would say. Or maybe. Oh no, you guys are right. Tusk comes out.
You need somebody to run at the enemies with this draft right now. You don't have anyone who's that good of a frontliner. It's a very aggressive support pick. And I feel like they're still not going to have enough damage to bring down like this Centaur and this Dragon Knight, though.
I'm really surprised we got to Tusk this late. Like this hero's almost always banned.
Mm-hmm.
It really worries me that they're running double melee versus Witch Doctor plus last pick on carry. Because for me, I already want Witch Doctor versus this type of lane. Darkseer, Tusk, 2 melee heroes that Witch Doctor is great versus. And on top of that, I get any carry that I want. You know, I can counter pick, the whole lane. I can really pick and choose and find a lane that'll be pretty destructive.
That's something else that's bizarre about this game. Usually for the last, they didn't ban out that many carries. They got rid of Bloodseeker, Void Spirit, and Timbersaw in the second phase. I'm used to seeing like 5 carries banned out second and third phase.
Yeah.
But
what hero are you looking for here, Sammy? If you're in this lane out of the heroes that are left, what are you thinking?
You could always just go for Lifestealer. It's a really obvious one. There's also stuff like Wraith King do the same thing.
Monkey King.
Oh, they go for Monkey
That is
King.
not the hero.
One. That is a unique one.
This hero's fallen out of favor a lot.
Yeah, they buffed him recently. They gave him Vision. You can play him on position 4. You know what I'd like to see again is Bobaka on this hero. He played it in the qualifiers.
I'm sorry, what was his
season 1 of DPC?
What was his name?
Bobica?
One more time.
Bobica.
Bobica. Bobica. Okay. Sorry. It's a great meme. I love that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, they buffed his Tree Dance vision recently, so he goes a little bit further during the nighttime. Then his talent is a little bit better for scouting during the day again. But I'm pretty sure this is just a bad carry right now.
It's hard because they took away his ability to do Roshan, and that's a primary. You're playing carry most of the time. You're gonna have to do Roshan, so he's in a really weird spot where he does still lane dominate. He is still a really great mid game fighter. He offers you a lot of team fight. He offers you an AoE stun as well. But the fact that he's not great at hitting towers and can't take Roshan at all means that he has a hard time finding timings that can actually hit and really accelerate the game to find win conditions.
This also makes things a little bit easier for the Phantom Assassin. You were saying that earlier in the draft. If there's another hero that has a very good passive for you to break, it makes Phantom Knives even better. Monkey King fits into that category.
Yeah, absolutely. Centaur too, right? You can get rid of the retaliate.
Yeah. So
I still imagine she won't pick it up early, but definitely something to look for later.
A lot of people have been underestimating Pecado Squad. I felt like they're insanely good. P1 has been an absolute monster this tournament. I think he's won his lane almost every single game. The only time he hasn't performed super well when he's up against Rayla Lisa.
Yeah.
But Rayla Lisa's just busted.
Rayla Lisa's really good at laning.
He's just broken, man.
Rayla Lisa's the type of guy who doesn't play Dota for 6 months and comes back and owns everybody mid. He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
Who you guys going for?
I mean, draft-wise, I really do like D2 Hustlers here.
I'm going with Pecado Squad. I think the Darkseer is weird to me. The Tusk, I'm worried about the amount of damage, but I think that Monkey King's just a bad carry. PA will eventually come online. P1 will bring them to that point.
Yeah, P1's puck is quite good.
I feel like D2 Hustlers draft is a little bit better. This off lane of Tusk Darkseer really worries me. That's kind of the key factor for me. We have a smoke up though. We'll see if this connects into anything. Looking for the wraparound, drawing the lines.
Super aggressive ward placed there by P1 actually in the mid lane, and he doesn't get a smoke pop, so that's going to be a totally safe ward. And they actually see the enemy mid lane ward dropped on the left side, so they will get that D ward on P1 eventually. But yeah, like you said, full wraparound here. Just kind of waiting on the high ground for someone on the Dire team to make this jump up here.
30 seconds now.
They see the Centaur with the ward, so they know he's in the area. They're probably going to look to try to wait for him to walk up. But Llama smartly reading this, walking away. No, I say that.
Oh. I mean, he at least went the correct route, correct? Like, he's going to barely see Q there. And that smoke, not going to result in a kill, but it will at least give them the 2 runes on the bottom side. But D2 Hustlers make the correct guess and go aggressively in. Divine Llama, he decides to stick around. Nice 3-man hoof stomp. Inkswell not going to catch as a result. They will still go 2 and 2 on the runes.
That was the nerf, right? That 2% movement speed?
Yeah, exactly. That matters.
The Grimstroke definitely needed a couple of nerfs, though, so it's good they at least nerfed Inkswell a tiny little bit.
That spell's quite good. It was the Sharda as well that was just too good. It's still very good, but it was... it's kind of hard to imagine that it was better than it still is.
Remember that hero on release where heroes were just like invincible when they were Inkswelled? That was cool.
Yeah, cool. Cool. Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Exactly what I thought.
A neat little trick where you just can't kill this enemy support hero. They've added a couple of supports like that. Like Dark Willow, you can't kill her. Pangolier, you can't kill him.
1437 is going to take a lot of damage here going for this camp block. And looks like he'll be fine, though. Does have the boots, at least, to get out of this.
I was worried for a moment that he'd get run down. I think him turning over to hit that car might have potentially cost him a kill. He could have dropped 1437 pretty low, forced out him to like use the salve as he walks away to survive death, but got a little bit greedy there on sensibility.
All right, so mid lane, we've got Papatootie on the Dragon Knight versus P1's Puck. you don't zone out Dragon Knight here. It's just not a possibility, right, Sammy? So what's the play for P1?
P1 just wants to get 6 and ideally look to make a move on his side lanes. If you have enough damage to kill the DK in front of you, it's maybe possible with Tusk. This is a 4 that offers a lot of damage, but likely won't be possible. And P1 will end up going to the side lane, probably leaving Grimstroke or someone to really soak mid. But he does have good people to play with. Both PA and Darkseer offer a lot for him to actually play off of in the side lanes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So for the mid lane, you're talking about throwing someone to soak. Do you think that has to be like Grimstroke just spamming out a Q or something like that? Because if up against Dragon Knight, he's eventually just going to pressure the tower with his Elder Dragon form, right? Oh, fuck.
It can really be anybody. It's just about having ideally someone there to draw the creeps off, so the DK only gets 500 tower damage instead of 1,000.
Is he gonna go for it?
Oh, that's gonna take a lot of damage on Puck there.
Yeah.
I was surprised he went for that.
Yeah, me too. I mean, you're denying a lot from the Dragon Knight, getting extra mana and whatnot. I think if he went the points in phase shift earlier on, he would have been able to get that. But he went, winning rep, but he went phase shift. Cost him.
Oh, bottom lane. Ego going in on 1437.
That's first blood. Nice call. Yeah, Phantom Strike with that Ink Swell does quite a bit of damage. 1437. No real way to get out of that. And this is the stand-in for PSG today. We have Ego, who decided to take the 1 position. As a result, Q, who just died in the top lane, has moved to 4 to take over WDR's spot.
Yeah.
WDR,
as you can tell, lack of experience on this 4 position.
Yeah, that's what we're going to chop it up to right there. He just feeling ill and unable to really concentrate enough to play some Dota today, so that's the stand-in.
Good call. I mean, they're pretty strong squad, but
Let's see what
if
you
you're
did
sick, you're sick. Yeah. It was a little bit of squad humor for you.
He goes down a second time? What?
All right. We are not looking in the right places right now. Sammyboy, you're on production. Jerry is fired.
It's weird how 1437's dying, because I look bottom and he has his stun up. So it's weird that he's not getting it off, but something must be going down here. Maybe, he's getting stunned at the perfect moment to not get his stun off. But it is weird that the line has died so much. Top lane, they're going for this snowball.
Yeah, gonna give him a little bit of space, but is it gonna be enough? Yeah, well.
Oh.
Still has salve as well. It's interesting. We had the camera actually on 1437 and then moved slightly to mid lane and then poof, he's dead.
Poof, he's gone.
Speaking of mid lane, finally pulled ahead here on Puck. He's recovered his lane a little bit. Dragon Knight's gonna get farmed no matter what, though.
Ooh, top lane, a cast 2-man Maledict. Pandego setting up quite well here. I mean, Duffy. Ooh, that Soul Ring might just cost him his life, actually. And Q as well. 1 auto attack away. He does have 10 extra movement speed, but Yuma, does he get the range? He's just gonna wait for the mana, I suppose. Oh, nope, not gonna make it. Tried to go for a nice shard snowball, but didn't even have the mana anyway.
Yeah. Very small movement speed difference between the two here, as you don't kite around the trees properly and just going down. And bought a lot of space. You're not hitting creeps in the lane for a pretty long time. I'm not even sure if that was probably barely worth it.
It's probably barely worth it for Yuma, but for what you're doing to the 4 positions game, it's definitely worthwhile. QQQ TPing bottom now, looking to make a go.
Yeah, Divide Llama, not in a really good spot. Snowball, gonna stun him up. Plenty of damage coming in from this tag team, and Divide Llama is gonna fall. Sensibility able to pick that one up. Great rotation there on the Tusk.
QQQ stopped for a second there to let Ego get the last hit. QQQ took it anyways.
That's well, not a true 4 player. That's a true 5 player. You gotta be greedy.
But QQQ just, he's a position 1 player normally, knows how important it is for him to get
That's
that
a
kill.
great rune for the DK. Arcane. We're gonna be seeing a dragon form come out. Yeah, here we are.
Orb.
I don't know if he can get away, but that's gonna be a lot of damage, and Papatuti can definitely apply a lot of damage to the tower as well. 3 points in the Breathe Fire.
They fortify the creep wave there. That's interesting. I guess they're just trying to keep it alive.
I mean,
They're trying to tank for the DK.
try to keep him away from this tower for as much of the duration of this Elder Dragon form as you can.
1437. Scouted by a ward.
Die again.
Nice stun though.
And amazing cast.
Oh my goodness. All right. That's a 1-for-1 trade, at least in the mid lane. Bottom lane, you lose Delvi Llama again. Just, you know, PA hitting level 6. They do plenty of damage. And Papatuti is not going to be able to hit the tower at all with this DK form. And at the end of the day, Pecado, I guess, get what they want.
Yep. He'll have it back up off of cooldown pretty quickly here. You might get one auto attack off from the tower.
No.
Oh, unlucky. What can you do?
We got a 3v3 in the mid lane. All the subs are TPing back here. Oh, Rimstroke.
Oh, is that suicide? Yeah, suicide to tower.
Okay, that was
You still get a teleport for that. I don't think you should if you're denying like that.
You probably shouldn't, right? It's weird
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah. 'Cause you don't get them for neutrals or suicides, but you do get it for suiciding onto the tower.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Little inconsistencies. You want DPs mid. Yeah, they know that he's got Elder Dragon form off of cooldown again because he popped that Arcane Rune first, so I think Puck just kind of sits around here, make sure that this wave keeps shoved in, can't get that early.
Oh, gonna go for it. P1, nice coil onto 2, set up by Q here on the Tusk. Plenty of damage to get the first kill on the 1437. And Dago's gonna go down as well. Okay, nice bait there from the Tusk.
No Dream Coil, so Hasted Dragonite's just able to walk away from this mid lane.
All right, and now the tower damage begins. Unless he gets ganked here by like Q and Grimstroke, then you're in a really bad spot.
It's hard to kill him without the puck coil, I imagine. Maybe they'll still try, but until the puck coil, I imagine it's too hard to kill him unless he really steps up.
They're doing a really good job at just spamming out this wave. Net worth wise though, fairly even. I did expect PA to be a little bit further ahead, but Yuma is right on his tail. Thinking of Yuma actually TPing to the bottom lane. 4 heroes here from D2 Hustlers. Sensibility doesn't have any vision of this, but oh boy, 1437 and the rest of the squad do. There's going to be a cast bouncing around onto 2. Boundless Strike does catch the P8. That's the kill that they want. Can they get it in time? Inkswell going to protect him. Stampede, though, slowing them for so long, but Ego, he's still able to get out for the time being. There's no one coming to his aid, though.
There's a cask in 2.
Yeah, he's going to get the Blink Strike off to the creep wave. He makes it. Oh my goodness.
Someone tipped him. That was a good one.
Yeah, man, do got moves there.
Yeah. So that's still pretty solid for Radiant. They get out kind of scot-free on their PA, and Darkseer Tusker able to apply a lot of pressure top tower. Obviously, you know, Dire's doing the same, but a game where you're not favored, 50-50 is probably ideal for you.
As long as their PA keeps ahead of this Monkey King, I think they're in an okay spot for now. And he is, you know, a little bit ahead of him.
It's the Darkseer that worries me. Duffy does not have a lot here. It is a hero that can catch up, though, right? You just constantly eye on shell waves and find farm. Ooh, smoke.
Ooh, yeah.
It does just get popped. They use that to just kill that ward in the mid lane. They really want this tower, man.
Yeah. They're probably expecting to have it by now, thinking Puck would do a little bit more rotations.
They're going to commit for it. Divide Llama and Papatuti in the mid lane. No fortification available. They finally take it down. And bottom lane, Yuma about to finish off the tier 1. So a little bit of objectives going to both teams, but D2 Hustlers definitely coming out ahead. As expected, though, with the Dragon Knight, right?
They didn't fort that tower there, the bottom lane, but I'm not sure it really would have mattered.
I'm sure it would have just, you know, 4 extra seconds of making them sit there, which is, you know, is valuable. It's something that when you miss, you feel bad about, for sure.
Getting now picked up.
Looks like D2 Hustlers are pretty content to settle into the farm game. Yuma's going for a Maelstrom, trying to outscale versus PA. You know, likewise on the other side of things, looks like Pecado Squad Gaming also feel very comfortable scaling, going for that Battlefield on PA. It'll be interesting to see what the teams decide to do next.
And pretty much the standard build on Puck, right? Just the Witchblade. There's a snowball onto 1437. The Stampede as a result. Shard's not on the mark. I mean, getting a Stampede for that is pretty nice.
Absolutely.
1437 is not having a good... Normally he plays like such a greedy position 4, and he's just as farmed, if not like out farming his pause 3. This game, he like died again and again down in the bottom lane. He hasn't managed to find any finger kills yet because he's only just hit level 6. The man's broke. He's looking to get a kill with it now. They smoke up.
So we'll see if this connects on something for a finger kill.
Yeah,
If
but
they can find the PA, if the PA goes to top, that would be probably the ideal thing to do. Looks like they have a ward on him as well, so he's spotted. They're going.
yeah, I think he knows something's up right now. But they're gonna know that he's gonna be in the creep wave. Yeah.
Oh no! Don't hit the wave.
Oh, they are so ready. Primal Spring in to reveal. Nice Hex immediately. Finger of Death into the two-man Boundless Strike. Beautifully played there. They actually might get the Tusk here as well as he caught the task. P1 on the backside. Nice three-man coil and a great Soulbind as well. It is onto the two supports, so they will get at least something out of this. QQQ ends up falling. Divine Llama still so tanky with Papatuti rotating in as well. And the Dragon Knight, Dragon Tail onto the Grimstroke. So much control between these two heroes. Ends up being a fantastic win there for D2 Hustlers.
And at this point, they just don't have anything they can do to take down the Centaur or the Dragon Knight. I feel like their heroes just don't do enough damage. PA doesn't want to be part of these fights. I mean, Darkseer didn't even show up to that one. Wasn't holding a TP there, actually, which is a little bit surprising.
It's a little weird. He must have used his TP somewhere, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's a problem more common right now than it ever has been. Is just people not holding TPs.
They're so expensive, man. Like, they're so expensive.
You have a free slot for them.
I know. I'm just saying, like, the difference, you know, that extra 30 gold makes is actually pretty substantial. Like typically in the past, it's like I had no problem holding like 2 TPs, 3 TPs even. Nowadays, I'm like, yeah, I'm only holding one and only one.
You know what the issue is? People have these TP handouts now, so they don't want to spend money for them.
Yeah, just
That's
go
the
die to
problem.
a tower and get a free TP. Easy clap.
All right, so we have a big item purchase for Centaur. Looks like he has his Blink Dagger, I believe, somewhere.
It is
On
on
the
that courier.
So for a big,
Divine Llama's courier is the Kawhi Llama.
Wait, really?
I freaking love this man.
Oh,
What a
yeah.
gamer. What a gamer. They all have llamas. Are they actually all llamas? Okay, no, there's the Platinum Baby Roshan still. Okay, good.
That would be a lot funnier.
Bring in the swag.
Yeah. Someone's got to do it.
We do have this Blink on Centaur, though.
And on DK.
His rune. Yeah, Blink as well.
Pandago breaks the smoke. I didn't know if that was a smoke, but they just ran up here. Q trying to find this Witch Doctor. The Blink, the War Stomp onto 2. A coil there does cancel that Death Ward, but you've already lost 2 on the side of the Radiant. Divine Llama, he needs to get out, able to barely make that happen. Quick 2 for 1 once again. That Blink.
I would still say that doesn't necessarily favor D2 Hustlers that much. The PA is still farming at really fast speeds, and he might eventually catch up to this Monkey King with this Battle Fury as well. So can't say I'm too disappointed in that. You're losing 2 supports, but at the end of the day, it's better than a core, right?
Yep. They spent a pretty long time in the enemy team's jungle, and yeah, closing the gap with this Battle Fury. You should have coming online with your farming at him first here on the Monkey Kings because you got the Maelstrom, but PA will definitely catch back up and scale into late game better. Definitely needs a BKB before he's able to fight. I'm again concerned about the lack of damage that they're going to have against these heroes. Late game, PA is going to be able to rip through some of these heroes, especially with like Fat on Knives against the DK. Even DK's 25 talented, 12 Dragon Blood HP regen / armor. That's tied to your passive. That feels really bad for a level 25 talent.
I mean, you just take the AoE Dragon Tail. I'm almost positive. That thing is so good.
The AoE Dragon Tail always blows my mind because I don't know what it does.
All right, nice blink stun. Yuma, Wukong's command interrupted by a vacuum from Duffy, and now Yuma's in a really bad spot. He's going to be the next to fall. 1437 on the backside with a nice impale, only catching PA though, and PSG just run them down. That's a buyback on your Witch Doctor too.
Absolutely. They didn't have either of their blink stunners there to really start the fight on the enemy. It's really important for them that they make sure either DK or Centaur is starting the fight on a priority target. To me, that's either Puck, maybe Grimstroke, you know, obviously PA, etc. But you want to jump a target you guys can actually kill. Use these blinks effectively.
Yeah, I'm not sure they should initiate these fights if DK. They're not going to be able to bring him down. Not enough damage.
Nah, that's going to be a very dead Tusk.
Easily the other way around, though. But yeah, they really want to start these fights on to Puck, have like good information, vision, and then get like the DK stun initiation with his Blink Dagger. Centaur, it's a little bit too hard to land with the wind up from Hoof Stomp. So really important the Dragon Knight's positioning in these team fights. You know, if he's going for a Black King bar next, DKs always feel a little bit underwhelming when they rush this item, but it's also like really important. You're more of like a utility mid than anybody providing like tons of damage.
DK is one of those heroes that gets like surprisingly really strong at like 30 minutes with just almost no items, and it's really funny. He gets like level 18, has like a BKB, a Blink Dagger, and like maybe one other item, and he's just still so hard to kill and does so much damage. How do you, okay, I'm actually curious, Sammy, how do you feel about the Monkey King build nowadays? Since like Aghanim's is so much worse, like what is, do you still go Ags or do you just do something completely different? Because Yuma's going S and Y.
I think the Ags is not good enough to buy early, at least. If it's not going to give you Roshan, you're probably better off buying an item that will help you do Roshan faster. I think, I mean, I don't mind it. Like what he's doing, I think Maelstrom into SMY is pretty solid. He really wants the status resistance, and the Maelstrom's good against the PA. He might need an MKB at some point anyway, but it's a good starting point for being able to fight the PA throughout the game.
I thought you were going to say the solution is just not to pick Monkey King.
That could also be the solution. My solution.
Have you picked that hero at all recently?
I have not. I've watched 1 or 2 replays of it, but I haven't picked it.
Yeah. This is kind of the kind of things that separate the upper division teams from the lower ones, right?
Yeah, the upper division players don't practice heroes. That's apparently what I'm here. I haven't practiced enough heroes. I'm not doing my due diligence. It's on me.
I'd ask what you are practicing, but we don't want to give anything away.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah, it's on the route.
I'm picking Broodmother and Visage and ruining every game. Sorry.
Good stuff.
I actually got to play the Broodmother recently because I was curious, and that hero's pretty fun.
It is a fun one.
Is victory.
You know, one hero that's got a couple of bugs is Dawnbreaker. That hero, apparently if you teleport into a faceless void chronosphere, it'll just interrupt your ultimate.
I've seen that, but I think that's intended.
I'm not sure. I think it's counting it as somebody stunning you while you're channeling it. I'm not sure it is intended.
Well,
but you never saw that.
No, it happened to me in a game. I was playing Faces Forward, my Dawnbreaker ultied, and he hit the top of the chronosphere, which stunned him.
Yeah.
Doesn't complete. But I think, well, we see a smoke up here, so
we'll come back to that.
We'll talk about the game.
I guess.
Good vision placed down by D2 Hustlers.
Actually didn't go for the 50% tree dance vision here on Yuma. I'm pretty sure that's the better talent between that and 20 attack speed.
I almost always take the attack speed, honestly.
On a 20 attack speed isn't that much attack speed, man. 50% tree dance vision, that's a lot of vision.
Divine Llama scouted in the mid lane. They don't have vision of the Monkey King that's kind of dancing around, but it looks like D2 Hustlers are not really willing to... Well, I say that. Papatuni just goes right in, stuns with the Grimstroke. They get Darkseer as well. Wukong's command by the backside. Coil onto Pandago and 1437's Lion. There you go, pops that BKB, Finger of Death onto P1. So far, 2 for 2. Both supports on the side of D2 Hustlers are down, but the big boys, they're still standing. Can Ego get out of here? Divine Llama, the blink, the 2-man hoof stomp, he gets 2. Can they actually bring down P1? He pops an invis of all things, but Ego might not be as lucky. The chain stuns are there. Pops that blur, blink strike up, goes to the mid lane instead. Doesn't want to give Puck's location away. Wait, what?
Oh no.
Wait, what finished him out? Did he try to blink back in and then just
into Waning Rift the Wave and got hit by a Maelstrom?
Ooh.
No, you got hit by the dragon.
Was it Dragon Breath? It was, yeah, it was the Breathe Fire. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he orbed and like went to Waning Rift to like D-push and then just insta-died. Oh no.
I will say this DK pick is pretty interesting as a counter to Puck. It's really good against what Puck wants to do. Very tanky, hard to kill, really high lockdown spell as well. So definitely a good. I mean, it was their immediate response pick, but definitely a great pick for D2 Hustlers here.
Yeah. I think this is one that they were practicing because one of the main threats of P1 is his puck. I mean, he plays the Spirit Heroes decently, but his puck is way scarier, in my opinion. A lot of people have just been respect for his banning that one up against them. In game 2, after they learn, once they have that critical information.
They lose game 1, and then they're like, all right, we've had enough. Like,
yeah. But they let them have it here. Just put DK against it. You can't kill the DK in the mid lane.
That boy's got a BKB very soon as well. Yuma now going for the Eye of Scotty. So he's just all stats is his plan here. He just wants to stat up and be able to chase heroes, I guess.
The Scotty's pretty good against oh well. Yeah, it's pretty good against like the Puck at minimum. It's good for chasing the Grimstroke. It is a weird purchase versus the PA.
That's what I was wondering.
I'm not going to hate on it because it's not an awful item. It gives you a lot of stats. It gives you a lot of sustainability. Gives you a lot of chase. So
awkward
maybe
moment.
They're just worried about the PA and the puck just bursting you down. So it gives you a little bit of damage and chase.
Oh, it's getting in.
Yeah, they just find sensibility. Quick pick off from them. Looking on the high ground here, Divine Llama. Not going to connect onto P1 though with that blink. And the idea here is just to set up Roche, I guess.
I don't think they can Roche with new Monkey. I think the enemy will
blink Dragon Tail though. P1?
Oh.
Lion is quick on the trigger here, but doesn't actually find Puck this time.
Not quick enough. It's the Alzheimer's hitting him. A couple years ago, 1437 would have hit that. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
For the ages.
He's just
P1's in.
Different kind of man.
Careful, though. I mean, Divine Llama wants to go very bad.
They have Aghanim Scepter completed on the Darkseer, so giving a lot of HP to these kind of squishy heroes on the Radiant lineup.
It's
I'm not sure you're actually going to be able to kill anyone, though.
300 health.
I'm not sure you can blow up any of these heroes
Dragon
fast
form's
enough.
down. You might have to back. Oh, Pandago's just walking in. He just gets shredded, but it might have been a bait. 1437. I didn't even see Yuma on the tree there. The BKB, though, gonna protect, and the Finger Death does not connect. You lose Tusk. Nice coil comes out. Pop Duty pops that BKB. Dragon Tail onto the Puck. Yuma and Divine Llama currently held in place, but Blink Stomp in one. If he wants to chase, he gets a 3-man stomp, but he's all by himself. You're no man's land, sir. Papa Tootie coming in. Nice stun by 1437 onto 2. Great boundless strike to follow. P1 able to disengage. There's going to be the Stampede, though. Yuma just beating these guys down. Divine Llama with another Blink stun.
Blink. That was a great blink by Ego. Right as the Centaur blinked in to stomp, immediately blink out on the Grimstroke and able to reset the fight.
And he's under the blur as well. Able to, 1437 almost gets him again. He is playing so deep on this Lion. Find sensibility. Blink stun. Yeah, they're doing great. Question is, can they keep it going? Ego comes in with P1, the Walrus. Yeah. Divine Llama looking to disengage. Ego just keeping it going. This guy's doing so much damage, taking one down after another. Another stomp from Divine Llama. But you ain't making it out of this one. Double kill for the Phantom Assassin.
Yeah, there was some nice timing there with that Grimstroke bug thrown out onto that Witch Doctor, allowing the PA to go in and blow these people up. Like, in these team fights, they don't actually have enough damage to bring down the Dragonite or the Centaur fast enough, but D2 Hustlers are probably feeling so strong that they're overextending super hard.
Yeah, they stayed around way too long.
It's so difficult for D2 Hustlers to lose a team fight that they're feeling pretty confident, and that allowed Pecado to actually come out on top there. Like, it is so hard for D2 Hustlers to lose these team fights.
They chose a really poor location to fight, right?
Yeah. It's just everything about that was...
That's very nearby Roshan. Likely is under enemy vision. You know, even if you might be able to find a good fight here, it's probably better to find a good fight in a different location closer to one of their towers you actually want to take, or closer to a better objective for you, away from Roshan, away from your towers, etc.
Mm-hmm. Like, on one hand, it's clear that D2 Hustlers is trying to bait them out there. They're like putting their supports forward or putting their heroes forward there, but they were trying to bait them way too hard.
It's where everyone on the team thinks maybe this will work, but no one truly knows, and so you're just doing it. You're just like YOLO. Let's see if it works. But
Yeah.
oftentimes that doesn't actually lead to something good.
So it gives a little bit of breathing room to Pecado squad here. So actually now going for the Aghanim shard on PA. Come on, let's see it. Let's go.
Yeah,
We've
no,
got it
it's
queued up.
very, very hype. It's good versus Monkey, good versus Centaur, good versus DK, like we talked about. It's definitely a good shard this game. Lots of heroes, and they kind of picked into it too, right? Like the PA was picked first, and then they followed up with Monkey, King, Centaur, all these heroes that have passives.
Are you familiar with the Warden, Sammy? Or was that before your time?
The Warden? Is
Yeah.
that
Warcraft 3
I
hero.
play Arc Warden.
The Warden.
I don't think that's Arc Warden.
Nah, the Warden is a Warcraft 3 hero who had an ability called Fan of Knives. That is what PA is based off of and where the Fan of Knives ability is from.
Oh, I see.
A little bit
Thank
of
God.
Warcraft 3 lore for all you
Not
fans
as old
out
as
there.
1437 though.
I think I am, actually.
I'm glad you're here to fill in all the like boomer terminology and really fill people, fill people in.
Yeah,
It's good.
there's a couple boomers in the audience. We're not all Zoomers.
Everyone's just watching Dota from the old folks' home right now.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah.
All right, so D2 Hustlers choosing to try to trade the map 50-50. They're trying to take this bottom tier too, but Pecado Squad Gaming smoked up. They're looking for an engagement here. There is a DD and an illusion rune on Papa Tootie. We'll see how this starts.
He saw them for a moment, like they know they're there. Yeah, they got the vision. Oh, they see Ego. Blink Stomp onto him, but they actually get a great Wallace Punch on a 1437 on the backside. In comes the Wukong's command, but Duffy just surges on out. The fight all over the place. Divine Llama finally gets the first kill. PA trying to find another target here, but just playing around Sensibility and his team. Divine Llama on the low ground. They have plenty of vision. A nice War Stomp once again onto two. Pop Duty comes in. He gets the Boundless Strike. Puck falling low. Ego forced to BKB the DD on this Dragonite. Gotta be careful. Q the next one, but does have that blink out. He's gonna be fine.
Divine Llama keeps on getting off these like team fight winning hoof stomps onto several heroes. It is ridiculous how much this man does. He blinked in on the Phantom Assassin, got the stun off, stopped her from blinking onto the backline, blowing up anybody alongside the puck. The PA's damage at the start of these team fights is crucial to the winning. They need to get somebody right away, otherwise they just lose. That's exactly what happened there.
He's had really good stomps all game. He's playing on ping too, right? That's
Yeah. He's allowed to
on 150.
He's honorary North American now.
That's all the Europeans that invade us are honorary, but all the North Americans that invade them, like they're still Snake King is still with us. Oh, mid lane, Papa Duty.
He just pops BKB. TP out.
Not
Classic.
done yet.
Nice.
Oh no!
Going.
Did you have
Pandago
the TP?
trying to play spicy Dota here. He might get away with this. He's
Oh,
actually
he's
getting
out.
away. Okay, no. Oh. Yeah, he's out. Okay, unbelievable.
Moving and grooving. It's out of there.
Picks up a bounty rune on the way out. The mad lad.
Uh-oh. Divine Llama.
It's fine. He's
forced
invincible.
Yeah.
He can't actually.
He's just gonna leave.
I don't even
Can't
think he
risk it.
had to.
Yeah, tried to,
1437.
1437, looking for the goal on QQQ.
Glimmer comes out. They do have
From there,
detection.
the weird Wukongs.
Yeah, they do manage to find Darkseer on the backside, though. He already dropped that Surge to get or to get that Tusk out. 3-man coil, but oh my god. Ego says goodbye to Lion. Yuma now in a really bad spot, next to go down. Chasing down Papa Tootie here. Ego is so dang strong on this PA. Papa Tootie, he cannot afford to die here, but there's no way to escape. E1 now chasing the backside, gonna find the Witch Doctor, and again, Ego jumps on forward, helps finish off that kill, ends up being a 4-for-1 for PSG.
Wasting absolutely no time on that Phantom Assassin there. You need this Aeon disc on 1437. Ego taking out of this team fight instantly.
That was a
Now-
quick blink from Divine Llama there.
Yeah.
It's up to the high ground now. I think the Centaur TPing out there at the start of that might have cost him that fight. They turned that one around pretty quickly.
Sensibility certainly thinks so. He's hitting him with the tips now.
The Stampede also felt a little bit slow, but he managed to get that back wall off, or at least the wall off on the Darkseer before he ended up getting blown up in that team fight. So
Ego has no BKB.
Oh, he does.
It is on cooldown for 10 more seconds. He might be afraid here, just breaking that Blink Dagger onto Vailama. Looks like they're just going to give up the Rex.
Yep. There's no way they push for 2, right? They're going to back off on the respawn.
This is insane. You can't do... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Smart recognition. They're out of there. They had me scared for a second, but...
Yeah, it's all good.
I've been a little disappointed in Yuma. I think he's dropping his ultimate really early in the fights. You know, he needs to let his stunners really go in and actually find a point in the fight where he can really drop it down when the enemy team is actually committed. You know, this PA is actually blinking on his teammates and fully committing, because what ends up happening is his team drops 1 stun on a dude, then he ults on kind of the edge of it, and then they all kind of just run away. And on one hand, it's not so easy for him, but I really think he needs to have a bit more patience in how he's using his ultimates here.
Yeah, it's not been a great performance for the Monkey King. I think like another hero would have changed what's going on. I mean, playing Monkey King allows the enemy team to blow you up. I think if you had a Wraith King at a second life, they'd be like way too strong with like Centaur, Dragon Knight, Wraith King. There'd be no picking off any of these core heroes.
Yep.
Yuma is playing with fire right now, but doing a good job at cutting these lanes.
They're looking for him. P1 might orb the trees. Nope, decides to go back. It looks like D2 Hustlers, though, they're ready for a fight. They're smoked up. They're looking to engage here. P1, if P1 gets caught, this is the best target you can possibly look for.
The Lincolns is doing so much work. There's been multiple times now where like the Blink Dragon Tails just haven't been able to do anything. He does have the side. Oh, what a play there by P1 breaking that smoke.
Yeah, that was great. That was reminiscent of, it reminds me of Abed, just zipping through people to break their smokes. That was really, really well played.
He's done that a couple of times this tournament. I think was the first week who they play against? 5-Man Midas? Is that who they're playing against for week number 1? Oh, it's all a blur to me, you guys.
I think they played it. Yeah, no, it was 5-Man Midas week number 1. That's true.
Yeah. He did like some very sick smoke breaks in 5-Man Midas, also on the puck.
Yeah.
Can't give up this man, this hero. You know, I'm still a little bit worried. I think that they are capable of winning this one in D2 Hustlers at a much harder place than it needs to be. They're building the right items. Dragon Knight, Papa Tootie here, has his Assault Cross. So.
There's a lot of big items too. P1 has his full Aghanim Scepter completed as well. BKB on Yuma, AC as you already mentioned. We'll see Centaur's close to an item as well. He has a Halberd queued up, but we'll see what he ends up going for.
So PA decided to go back for Satanic as opposed to going for the Shard. She bought the Skull Basher and then bought the components for a Satanic and is actually almost there.
I'm not crazy. Satanic's pretty good, but I'm not crazy about it here. I think at this point you're going to start to need like a nullifier for these supports. Because 1437, he's got Aeon Disc. Pandago, he's got a Ghost Scepter and a Glimmer Cape. He's now working on a Ghost Scepter in 1437. It's going to make these team fights a lot more difficult. You're going to throw yourself really far out of position, not be able to pull up these supports.
Long Roche timer here, almost max duration, still a minute and a half, or a minute 50 seconds on that Roche respawn.
I'm not a nullifier gamer. Sammy, I'm curious when you pick that item up. Is it the correct choice here on PA or what?
I don't think you really want to build it this early. Eventually, you might need to end up building it somewhere in your build, but ideally your Basher is enough, and you kind of are playing off your Tusk, playing off your Puck, playing off your Darkseer. The nice part is if Puck ever finds a 2-man coil, right? Maybe one person gets their Aeon Disc popped, their Ghost Scepter popped, but he can always kind of choose to go on a different target as well. I think I don't mind his items either. I think the Satanic is fine. It's interesting because I might have chosen an SNY this game because it's a great SNY game. You really want that status resistance. Lion, DK, Centaur, like they're. For me, this is probably one of the dream SNY games, and normally I wouldn't get it on PA, but it looks like a really good game for it here. So interesting that he didn't decide to pick it up.
He's got the Titan sliver, you know. He's got half a.
He does, yeah. He has a built-in SNY. Thank you, useful items.
Yeah.
Oh, smoke up here. P1's in. Papa Tootie broke the smoke.
Oh, nice Dragon Tail onto Q, but a ranged dagger bash of all things. Q's still going to end up going down here, but coil into a huge back wall. Yuma's got to drop that Wukong's command, give them something to fight with, but Dragon Knight just shredded. Your tankiest hero.
That Assault Cross did very little to keep you alive there. Phantom Assassin tore through him 3,600 damage in no time at all. Now just waiting out this Roche. They know it's getting close to that 3-minute mark. DK is going to be dead when it respawns, and he's got no buyback available. Even if he did, no BKB or Elder Dragon form. They're going to wait by this pit. And hell of a start to that team fight. Hard to fight into like the back wall, especially the positioning of that wall there. It just made it so difficult for them to do anything.
It's gonna be an interesting Roche fight. There's no Wukongs, so it's a little difficult for them to contest the pit like this. DK's still dead for 30. Ego just in. He's full confidence. I like this from Ego. This is a great play, recognizing that Dyer's probably not ready to fight until the DK's up, and maybe Dyer thinks that Radiant won't do it because Tusk is dead, but really recognizing his strength, going straight for Roche, and this is where he will get the shard, right? Like now he does get the freebie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yuma's
Yuma,
here.
Michael.
Oh my gosh, can he steal it? A huge
they get a kill too!
No, they get a lot! Can they bring down PA though? Protected by a Glimmer Cape. She only has the cheese. Aegis though on this Monkey King, he's dropping the Wukong's command. Daggers being thrown out. Witch Doctor protected by the Ghost Scepter for the moment. The buyback on the Centaur. P1 finds that first kill. PA jumps right into a stun, but just tops with that BKB. Gonna be able to bring down Yuma's first life, and now Divine Llama on the run. This is a dieback. Witch Doctor back in as well. 1437 up on the high ground. Can he stun them down long enough? Finger Death comes out. Phantom Assassin, does she get the cheese? Oh, she's already been used. She's dead. Now Duffy on the run. Papa Tootie, he's back. There's the Dragon Tail from range. They take him down. Q inside the pit looking for the Witch Doctor. Jumping on in, they will find it. This is an absolute mess of a fight.
A mess of a fight. Hard to say who came out on top there. You get the Phantom Assassin, but you forced a lot of buybacks there on D2 Hustlers. It was great positioning there from 1437. Great vision that they had around the pit, which made it super difficult for Pecado Squad to fight into them, despite having a number of other overwhelming advantages there. But I can't say who came out on top. I think after all the smoke clears, after all these heroes respawns, Pecado Squad will have the advantage.
It's good for D2 Hustlers here, I think, because they can regain a lot of map. I think this is one thing that they've been struggling in, is they haven't been able to get these lanes out, and that Roche fight allows them to play really aggressive right now.
Oh, nice invis room.
Sammy, what are you thinking post fight? Who came out on top? That was a mess by the end of it.
It favors D2 in the short term, but in the long term, Pecado get a cheese, and I don't think they use the cheese.
No, they did on the PA, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
they?
PA used it.
Oh, yeah, did use it. All right, well, they do get a shard out of it, so I'd say it's pretty close to even. The two buybacks on Centaur are kind of important. Probably put it slightly in favor of Pecado, but it's definitely a closer to 45-55 fight trade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, the 1400 gold you're getting for that shard does feel pretty nice on the PA, because you were going to go out of your way to build that shard eventually anyway. You were talking about that. It's like, yeah, it's pretty good on my hero, but yeah, not something I want to spend money on.
Oh, 1437 does find P1 on the cliff.
He just pinged out this ward and was looking for him. Q with the Walrus Punch protected by the Aeon Disc, but a two-man coil, and now these supports, there's nowhere to go, right? 1437, yeah, cannot escape. Too much damage coming in from the puck, having that phase shift attack plus that enchanted quiver.
See if they try to take something else off of this. 2 heroes down. Neither of them have buyback available right now. One on cooldown, the other one not enough gold.
Ego's walking in.
A weird fight right now. They're trying to.
Oh, another huge back wall onto 3, but the Wukong's command is level 25. That extra ring, Ego, he's forced to jump on out. Q, not really where you want to be, the center of this ring. But PSG looking like they might want to just go ahead and re-engage as soon as it's over. P1, I don't know how. Well, was he going to take the orb? No, he's going to back out. The rest of D2 Hustlers will disengage. They get the buyback on Q.
The double damage rune. They need to find it. Yes, Ego.
Get it for Ego.
Yes. You love to see it. I mean, they probably think they could try to win the game off that one, so I think they bought back on QQQ. They spent a lot of cooldowns there. They didn't get enough out of that team fight. They need to do that to survive there. Just drop that Wukong's command, pop the BKB and whatnot. But inside their base, I'm not sure they can take. Oh, a lot of damage.
Can they actually bring him down? Stampede the coil. You ain't going anywhere, Dyer. You got to turn it around. Try and get these kills. Q in some trouble, but you get 2 big kills, and now Papa Tootie forced a BKB walk back into the base. But can he even make it out? He's fallen super low. He's just dead. 3 heroes without buyback. That might just be the end of the game. They're looking right for the tier 4s.
Yeah, this game DD on PA.
there's nothing they're able to do. They do have Fortify available. It's going to buy them a couple seconds, but buybacks aren't there. They can't do anything. Sammy, I think they just lost.
Yeah, this looks like GG to me. The ego, I mean, this stand-in is really the MVP of this game. We got the Wukong's getting dropped, but their throne is getting a little low.
I mean, it's only temporary. This ring's gonna expire. You got no BKB on Yuma, and I can just see Ego antsy to get on back into the fight. And yeah, that is a dead Yuma Monkey King. The GG comes out. And Pecado Squad Gaming take game number 1 here.
They've looked invincible so far this tournament. Only dropped the game at the kind of meme pause for Dragon Knight to Arkosh, but Pecado Squad, who lost to Dog Champ earlier, some people have been doubting how strong they look, managed to take game number 1 off of them. I gotta say, I was incredibly hyped for this series. Pecado Squad, they are not disappointing me today. Coming back into that game, a lot of that I think came off the back of that overextension in the Radiant Triangle. That was a little bit too much. I think they gave him a chance to come back into the game.
Absolutely. I was really impressed with the stand-in for Pecado Squad. I think he played really well. He identified his timings. I'm watching where he's pinging. He did a really great job, and obviously QQQ, I would say it looked a little rough, but he's having a role swap. He's having to do what he's got to do for his team. So I don't know, man. They looked really strong, and their stand-in did a great job. So that's really making me hyped for game 2 because we got a real series on our hands.
We do. Yeah. Super excited. And before we go to game 2, I do want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, XPG. We do have a pretty neat giveaway going on. So we'll kind of let you guys know about that one. To enter the BTS giveaway for a chance to win the XPG Xenia Ultrabook or some XPG keyboards and some BTS swag, you can check out the link in chat or a banner down below. There's going to be 4 winners. Those are going to be chosen on May 23rd. Or you have until May 23rd to enter, so make sure to check that out. Again, big thank you to XPG for sponsoring the NADPC. We very much appreciate it. But yeah, we've got a game 2 coming up in just a moment, everyone, so stay tuned. Pecado take game 1 pretty convincingly, honestly. I think, it was close for a little bit, but it did feel like the momentum was for PSG most of that game. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I would say that, D2 Hustlers, they had it for a while. Like, it felt like there was no way for Pecado to go to take a team fight. And I really think it was off the back of that triangle play where they were trying a little bit too hard to bait them out. Sammy, you put it pretty well. Would you say?
Yeah, they're trying to take a fight that's not truly what they want to be doing. I think it was a really close game up until around the 30-minute mark when they took that bad fight in the tri-camp. I think they took a bad fight mid too, and after that it gets hard because once the PA gets rolling, it's really hard to stop. Right, once this guy gets every item in the game, it's going to be difficult. D2 Hustlers are trying to play for a timing where this Monkey King is unfightable before PA has Satanic Basher, right? Yeah. But because of these botched fights from D2 Hustlers on the enemy side of the map, it gives a ton of space to this PA, and he used it really well. So, yeah.
Right on. Cool. Well, that being said, we'll be throwing to just a short break, everyone. Stay tuned for game number 2 of Pecado Squad Gaming and D2 Hustlers.